So we're going to go ahead and get started and share my screen. If you guys can do me a favor and just make sure you're all muted. Oh, okay. I think we're good. All right. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope that you've had a great week. Let me find... Every time I share my screen, my stuff gets in the way. All right, can you guys see this? All right, perfect. I'm gonna put it over here. There we go. All right, so it looks like everyone has had a pretty good week. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our shout outs. We are slowly but surely getting up there, and we are coming up to the very end of the month. We have a few days left, so there's 31 days in this month, right guys? So it's the 26th. There's still plenty of time, but I do want to give you guys a huge shout out for putting in all of the effort that you have so far this month. This has been one of the hardest months. There's a lot of teams struggling, and I'm not just saying that to make anyone feel better. I'm saying it because I'm hearing it from literally every team, like every team from the dream team. Melanie has said it. I'm not going to name every name, but everyone I've talked to has said they've had a really tough month. I don't know if it's because everyone's just getting ready to be done with school and they're trying to finish up things, or they're just losing momentum. I don't know what it is, but we can't let that mess up what we want, our goals and our success. So we just have to come up with a master plan, get remotivated, listen to some more personal development or read more personal development if you are struggling in any way. But onto the shout outs. Success Club 10, Mary Carolyn. Geez, oh man, girl, you're always at the top. Success Club 12, she's like, I ain't letting anyone get ahead of me. Success Club 12, great job, and I know you're going to keep going off strong. Jessica Brennan at 12. Tiffany Zollinger at 12. You guys are doing an amazing job. Maria Paletta Shreve, 11. Reagan Long at 10. Kaylee Hirth at 10. Melissa Chavez at 10. Way to go, guys. We have Success Club 5. We have Beth Bird at 9, Ashley Frieda at 9, Michael Gowan at 8, Melissa Bueller at 8, Diane Kraus at 8, Jade Emhoff at 8, Kathy Williams at 8, Megan Blinka at 8, Allison Sinisi at 8, Kayla Mays at 7. Actually, I think she's at 9 now. Sarah Griffith at 7, Danielle McConnell at 7, Brianne Schaefer at 7, Barb Hammerschmidt at 6, Heather Boger, maybe, at 6. Holly Whitworth at 6. Caitlin Hawley at 5. Stacy Piazza at 5. Gia Ramos at 5. And Stephanie Plumley at 5. Way to go. We have a ton of coaches that are on the leaderboard that are at 4. Look how many are at 4. We have like an entire row of people at 4. Guys, I want to see every single one of you that is on this leaderboard hitting Success Club. If that's what you want, if that's what your goal is, make sure you are striving and you are not stopping until you reach your goal. I'm not going to name all the names because there are a ton of you, but I do want to say congratulations for making it this far. Again, there's so much time, so just keep chugging along, guys. We have some shout outs for our top producers. We have Reagan Long at 7:20, Melissa Chavez at 5:10, Lindsay Callis at 4:20, Sarah Griffith at 4:12, Stephanie Quigley at 4:05, Kathy Williams at 3:45, and Kyle Blinka at 3:38. Awesome job, guys. And if you're wondering what that top producer is, those are your customer orders. It's your PV. It's your customer orders and your personal volume. So your Shakeology, anything that you get from your Team Beachbody site with your customer orders. That's how you get that number. And it's every week it restarts. And then we do have some rank advancements. Beth Bird, she just opened up her second business center. So people, if you're new into the business, you're probably like, what is a second business center? So when you go diamond and then you have 2 personally sponsored coaches go diamond as well, one on your left leg, one on your right leg, that gets you to 2-star. And then you are able to open up another business center where you can rank advance, and it just really helps your volume. So Beth just opened up her second business center last week, and in a day, she went emerald and signed up 2 people. So she is just doing an amazing job. Her team is doing an amazing job. So personal congratulations to you. Haven't said it enough. I'm going to say it one more time. And then we have a couple more rank advancements here. We have Laura Medic, who is our newest Emerald, and then Jill Cleek, who is our newest Ruby, and I think Jill is actually going to have another rank advancement here within the next week. I'm pretty sure she's going to, so congratulations, guys. And then, just in case you guys forgot, we are still finishing off May, so challenge packs. Size challenge pack and Insanity Max 30 challenge pack is on sale for $140. And then the size kickstart and Insanity Max 30 kickstart is on sale for $180. That includes the 3-day refresh. And then Orange Recover has launched. Anyone else try it yet? I can't see everyone. I'm trying to scroll. Yes, no, maybe so? No? All right. Well, I haven't either, so I was going to ask how everyone likes it. I'm going to invest in that. It's nice to have it just so you can share with people, you know, your own experience from it. All right, let's keep moving along here. For my personally sponsored coaches, I did have this as a little incentive for everyone who is hitting Success Club this month. Country Heat will be coming out, and I am giving all of my personally sponsored coaches an opportunity to do some Country Heat with me. The elite coaches do get their sneak peek, so I wanted to share that with all of you. We're going to do a Zoom workout, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and that will be an opportunity for you to post that on social media so you can start getting some traction for that. So keep pushing. If you are almost there, you are going to be on the list so you can do a live workout with me. Summit 2016 is coming up very, very soon. Look how much fun we had there. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. All right, who was there last year? Ashley, isn't it amazing?
Are you talking to me?
Ashley Roberts. I don't know who that was, but Ashley Roberts.
Yeah, so if you can go because it was like the best time ever. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it was great. I had so much fun.
Like, look at
it. This year, hey!
You what?
I'm so excited for this year.
I know, and you have coaches going, and it's, oh my gosh. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to try to meet up as much as we can. There's 25,000 people there. But as you see in this picture, we were able to meet up. So we'll come up with a game plan and try to accommodate everyone. The Dream Team is also going to have a meet and greet Thursday, July 28th at Tequila Cowboy. That's actually where we had our lunch last year for the Forever Fit team. But Melanie will be having tickets for sale. Once she talks more about that, we will make sure that we get signed up for that, and we can all meet there as well. So make sure that even if you're new, don't be afraid to get on the list and get your ticket and just come down with us. We can make room in the hotels. We might be sleeping on the floors. I don't even know where I'm sleeping yet, but I'll get a floor in someone's room. But it'll be a lot of fun. And then after that is another place to go to. Who likes to travel? So we have our Diamond Retreat in Destin, Florida. This for the diamonds, my personally sponsored diamonds, and then a few of our Star Diamond coaches are also inviting some of their coaches who are team builders. My coaches need to be team leaders. It's going to be September 14th through the 18th. That is our place that we are getting. That is where we're going to be staying. We'll probably be getting pictures right on that staircase and on that beach, and it's going to be just awesome. So if you have a goal of going diamond anytime soon, you have a chance to go on this retreat. So make sure that you are trying to work your way there. September 1st is the deadline to be diamond. So make sure that you put that on your goal board and you can look at it every day and set a plan for yourself so you can join us. It'll be a lot of fun. And I do just want to give these coaches a shout out. Beth actually posted this and I just wanted to share. Beth's team is called Team Live Beautifully, and she was able to shout out Ashley, Kaylee, and Joy because they are officially destined qualified to go on the trip. So hopefully they will all be joining us. All right, does anyone have any questions? All right, let me take a drink. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into the call here. So back to the basics. We haven't done this in a while, and I feel like since it's been such a hard month, and more so for the veteran coaches, we start to lose track of where we're going in our business. We lose a little bit of direction. We get overwhelmed and frustrated with, getting turned down, having a lot of no's, people changing their mind. But I don't want you guys to get frustrated. This is part of the business. Sometimes we just need to go back to the basics. So I want you guys to know this says treat your $140 to $205 business like you invested $1 million. And I have said this from the very beginning. We invest, sometimes we even invest $40 with a sign-up fee. But you are required to invest $140 to $205, which most people only do $140. It's a challenge pack investment. But you seriously could be you can have $1 million business out of this. You can have a 6-figure income, whatever you want to do. But you got to set up a plan for it. And you have to start with the basics in order to work your way there. How did I get to where I am today? I've been in the business for 3 years. What I did for my first year, during my first year, I was working full-time hours. I was part-time as an ER nurse, but I was working full-time hours. I was taking master's classes. I had an 8-week-old. I had a 1-year-old, and I was taking care of them too. But what I was doing with my business was the basics. I was putting in approximately an hour a day. And if I was off work, I was putting in a few hours a day, a good 3 to 4 hours a day on the days that I did have off. But it was the time that I was putting in that made the difference. It was what I was doing with my time. And I know that we don't have a lot of time every single day with all of the other roles that we're playing with our lives, such as being a mom and a dad and, a coach for your kids' sports teams and your career that you have outside of Beachbody. But with the time that you do have, it's just really important to make it as efficient as possible so you can still reach your short-term and your long-term goals. And I love this quote right here. It says, "The bad news is time flies. The good news is you are the pilot." So you are in total control of what your choices are and what you make of your life and your business. You have control of what you do even with the little time that you have. So I really want you guys to think about that. And I know it's hard. And like I said, we get frustrated. And sometimes if you're falling off and you don't hit Success Club, you're like, I'll just go for it next month, and you'll give up a week early and you're just not going to push because it's too hard. But guys, that time is going to go. And if you don't continue reaching your goals, you are going to live with regret. You are going to be watching everyone else reach their goals, and you're going to be sitting there being so pissed at yourself because you're letting everyone else go ahead of you. You're not going to take the lead for yourself. So don't let that happen. You have goals. Don't let other people steal your dreams. All right. Let me see here. So, what are my basics to keep my business alive? Number 1, show up. And I know it's so easy to say, is just show up. That's all you have to do. But guys, so many people don't show up. So many people show up for the first month in their business. I've seen so many people hit Success Club 5 and 10 in their first month. And then the second month, it gets a little bit harder and they don't show up as much. And then they're not hitting their goals like they want to. And then that's when they give up. If you show up consistently every single day, you are going to do amazing things with your business. But if you are not present on social media and on your team page and whatever training that you're in, it is going to be hard for you to reach those goals. It's going to be hard for you to grow, and it's going to be hard for you to learn. All right. So please make sure that you are just showing up every single day. And I'm not saying you have to be putting in 2 and 3 hours in every single day, especially when you have a life outside of Beachbody. You guys need to realize Beachbody is not our lives. That's not who we are. It's what we do. Okay? So don't feel that you have to dedicate your entire life and stop spending time with your kids to do this. You can grow a business 1 hour a day. All right? Number 2, the 4 vital behaviors. They are not vital for nothing. All right? Like literally, if you can do the bare minimum, do these because that will get you somewhere. So number one, invite. If you are inviting, talk to people face to face, your friends, your family, talk to people at work. I know it's hard when sometimes people get nervous when they know people really well. They don't want people judging them. But guys, those are the people who trust you more than anybody. So don't be afraid to reach out to them. And if they say no, that's okay. They're gonna watch your journey more than anybody because they know you. So let them follow your journey. In the meantime, the ball's in their court. They know what you're doing. So as they continue seeing you do a really good job with your journey and growing your business, they're going to come back to you when they're ready and the time is right for them. And you'll be that person they go to. But if you don't invite them, they're going to go to someone else who does. And I promise you, there's another Beachbody coach that they probably know. Invite on social media. When I say social media, that doesn't mean just public post. Yes, you want to do the public post, but you also need to make sure that you are private messaging people so you can show that you really want to help them. You doing personal messages might hit the people that didn't see your public messages, and same goes opposite way. All right, so please make sure that you are inviting. It's the very first vital behavior. It's said 3 times. They're not joking when they say invite. It's necessary for your business. If you don't invite, they ain't gonna know that it's the opportunity sitting right in front of them. All right, next, be proof of the product works. Guys, as a fitness coach, we have to lead by example. Do your workouts, drink your Shakeology, show people that you're doing it. I am going to say that if you are not getting results, or you're not showing that you're getting any results, people aren't going to believe in you or the products. You have to be showing that you are doing something. And, I hope that Alicia's okay with me using her, but she had great results at the beginning of her journey. She actually became a coach after she had her 60-day transformation. She did amazing. And then, she was a coach for a little while, and then she got into a slump and she stopped getting results. And then her business slowed down. We had a heart-to-heart conversation, and I said, Alicia, you've got to have results because you haven't had any. You haven't showed anybody that you've had results in a really long time. She got her A game on, and she has been, you can see her, she has been at it ever since. She's had amazing results. Her business has taken off. She has done such an amazing job. And you know what? She's motivating her entire team because they're all getting amazing results as well. It's that compound effect. You have to be the leader. You have to be showing everyone what you're doing, and they're going to follow. All right. Next is personal development. You have to be intentional about, I love when I say you have to. I'm like telling you guys what to do. I'm like a drill sergeant. But seriously, guys, I've been here for 3 years. I know what it takes to do it. And I've seen it when people do it, and I've seen it when people don't do it. So I'm showing you guys that if you do these things, you will see results. Personal development, be intentional about it. A lot of people will get an audio or a book, and they're just going to do it to say they did it. And if I would say, okay, tell me about what you just listened to or what you just read, a lot of people wouldn't even be able to tell me what they just listened to or read because they just did it to say they did it. Maybe they were multitasking. Personal development is one of the hardest things to do, multitasking, because you have so many things going on at one time. I will say that I do work out and do personal development sometimes, and it does help me. But if I do it, I would have to re-listen to it and take notes. Driving in the car, I can listen to some things, and I'll do a voice command on my phone and take notes while it's going, while it's playing. But make sure that you are intentional about it and that you're just paying attention and you're getting something out of it. And when I say to be intentional, do me a favor and pick something that you need help on. If there's a weakness that you have in your business or in life, that's probably something that you need to pick a topic on. For instance, if you're struggling with leadership and you're feeling good in every other area, maybe it's time to do something on leadership. If you have issues with confidence and that's holding you back in your business, you need to pick something with confidence, like Shalene, Build Your Tribe, or something like that. Girl Code, that's a great one, or You Are a Badass. If you are having issues with managing your time management is going to be something that you need to pick a book, because if you can't manage your time, it's going to be really hard for you to grow a business and maintain your life outside. So like I said, this personal development, it is not going to help you just with your business. It's going to help you in every aspect of your life. Notice everything that I just said: leadership, confidence, time management. That can help you outside of your business. And I promise you, if you are consistently doing it, 10 to 15 minutes every single day, it is going to help you. For me, I do between a half hour to an hour a day, whether it's, reading one of my books, or reading my book and doing a training, or listening to, a podcast. I do a little bit of everything. So don't feel that you only need to do one and stick to it. Do what you can when you can. And then the fourth vital behavior that was added recently is recognize, recognize, recognize. So make sure that you are shouting out your challengers. Make sure you are shouting out your coaches. It's these little things, guys, that make such a huge difference, that will motivate your team and keep that momentum going. Because if you are not shouting them out, if you're not recognizing your challengers and your coaches, if they're going to lose momentum, and they're going to feel like, well, what am I doing this for? There's a lot of coaches that have that personality type that need that recognition, especially our blues and our yellows. We need recognition. We love that. We thrive on that. All right. Let me see here. Let's move on. Share your story. Number 3. When you are sharing your story on Beachbody, I want you guys to think of sharing your story in 2 different ways. Sharing your before Beachbody and sharing your present or after Beachbody. So whenever you're talking, whenever you're doing a post, you will see the most successful coaches that have a great turnout with their post is when they talk about, this is me before, this is how I felt before, this is how my life was before Beachbody, and this is how it is now, this is how I feel now, this is what my family looks now, this is the freedom that I have now, this is how my career has changed. When you do that, people are going to relate to you more than anything. And I actually just did a post on that yesterday. It was one of my coaching opportunity posts that I did with my boys. My son had not his graduation, that was today. He had his T-ball award ceremony. And, I was able to be at it for a little bit of the time because I was running back and forth with my other son that needed to get his tooth pulled out at the dentist. But still, I made it something good. I talked about, even though I missed some of his game because I was running back and forth, I was so blessed to be able to be there, to be present with my kids, with both of them a little bit. Because if I was working as a nurse, those 12-hour shifts, I most likely wouldn't have been there at all. And I kind of did that because there was a nurse there at her son's game that was playing another team. And she called off work. She's a nurse. She works in the ER. And she called off work, and she couldn't get out of her car because she's like, I can't get caught. I called off work, and I've been switching so many days, and I didn't want to keep switching because it's hard for me to do that. I'm like, yep, I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that, because that's why I got out of nursing. I loved being a nurse. That is one of my passions. But the moment I was around the nurses and they said they were upset because they were missing their kid's first day of school, I remember that day so clearly, that they were so upset. And I'm like, I don't want to be that mom. I don't want to be that mom that misses on the moments that they're not going to be able to get back, those memories that they're not going to be able to get back from their kids. So that was my turning point. Like, that was my push goal for getting out of nursing and doing this full time. And yes, I've made sacrifices, but those short-term sacrifices of 2 years of taking a little bit of time, an hour, sacrificing sleep, an hour sometimes with my kids, look what I have now. And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm saying it to show you what you can have too, if that's something that you're willing to work for. I have not missed any of my children's events other than yesterday running back and forth, and a day last week because I was struggling with my life extremely bad and I was just emotionally gone. Other than that, I haven't missed anything. So that's what you can do. Talk about before and after, how it's changed. And there's a lot of you that are brand new into this business. Don't think you have to do a huge life change, like I've been in this business 3 years. You don't have to do that, but you can do something about how you're doing with your fitness journey. Even the little bit of time that you are having with your kids extra. Talk about that, because that is going to do something amazing for your audience, and they're going to keep watching you and keep watching you. And as you continue being consistent with those kind of posts, they're going to eventually say, all right, I'm ready for this. You keep talking about this freedom that you're having. I want that freedom. So before and present Beachbody. It's a great way to share your story. Next is training. When you stop learning, you stop growing. And guys, that is so true. Please don't ever become complacent in your business where you don't think you need a training, where you're good, you're diamond, you don't think you need any more of that. I'm telling you right now, if diamond is a big goal of yours and you stop at diamond, don't expect your team to go any further, because you are the leader and they are only going to go so far. All right? Or they're going to go elsewhere for help and they need it. So don't let them stop just because of you not wanting to put in the effort. You are fulfilling an obligation. You are a leader. You start this training and you keep moving forward with your business. One thing that's great about the business is there is training for every single level that you have in your business. Don't think that you have to start out doing all of these trainings at once and you have to go from, step one to, being a diamond in a couple weeks. You don't have to do that. Take one step at a time. Go at your own pace, but always make sure you are learning something and you are in some type of training. So for new coaches, we have our New Coach University. It's 21 days long with a 5-day preseason that I do. We have a Push to Diamond group. We have Diamond and Above groups. We have Success Club groups. And so if you are in a group, please make sure that you are actually paying attention in the group. There are a lot of coaches who get in a group and they don't interact. And if you're in a group and you're not interacting, you're not being intentional about the training and you're not going to learn anything. So please make sure you're intentional about it, because these trainings that you're in now is what you're eventually going to teach your team. But, just take the daily post and use them as best as you can, and just know that you don't have to know everything at once. A lot of this is repetition. You're going to learn it over and over and over again. So especially for you guys who are brand new into this business, that new coach training, don't be overwhelmed, because you are going to learn it over and over and over again. Just do the daily assignments and keep learning and be willing to learn. All right, and next we have time management. That's a big one, and I already talked about it a little bit, but like I said, I started out doing an hour a day. One of the books that I read about time management, actually there were 2 that I did that really, really helped me. The first one was that Chalene Johnson's 30-Day Push. It really helped me with managing my time and having a plan for my business goals and my life goals as well, short-term and long-term. That was the second book that I ever read. The first one I read was Compound Effect, and then I did Chalene's 30-Day Push, and then I did Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. That was another time management. Guys, notice, I told you how busy I was at the beginning of my business. So what did I do? I did personal development that was needed for me and what I needed to grow my business without falling short of my goals. So Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's amazing. So what he basically teaches you is how to do a to-do list, and more importantly, to get the first thing done that you don't want to do. So you're going to have this huge list, and I'm sure on that list, you are going to find one thing that you're like, oh, I cringe doing, I don't want to do it. For me, it's inviting. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's a lot of people that hate to get their workout in. There are a lot of fitness coaches that don't like to work out. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just their thing. But what Brian Tracy recommended that has worked out really well is you do that thing that you don't want to do first. That's your frog. You eat that frog. So once you get that thing out of the way, you are going to feel so accomplished and successful throughout your entire day. So hopefully you guys are making a to-do list. I prioritize mine. I eat the frog first. And it just makes you feel better and, like I said, more successful throughout the day. All right, I want to touch now on Success Club, just because we are getting to the end of the month and I know that there are some people struggling. Hold on, I need to take a drink. But just because you're struggling doesn't mean you can't make those goals happen. So there's a couple things that I recommend you doing. Success Club, it is your benchmark that shows growth and success in your business. I know a lot of people look at those numbers. They're like SC5 or SC10. Try not to think of the number so much, because I feel like when we do think of Success Club 5 and 10, we get away from the bigger picture of what this business is trying to do with Success Club. Team Beachbody is not about like, okay, this is about numbers, this is about Success Club, and then we're going to give you an incentive for the month. Beachbody is about, I need to find a way to make a benchmark so we can help as many people as we possibly can. So a minimum Success Club 5 is helping 3 people. For Success Club 10, it's helping 5 people. You make that goal for yourself of what you want. I'm not going to make that goal for you. If you have another upline coach, that upline coach is not going to make that goal for you. You're going to make that goal for your own self, and it's going to be based on what you want to do with your business long term. So, if you want to grow really, really fast, I'm going to say Success Club 5 is probably not a big enough goal for you. If you want to grow fast, you have this amount you need to make now as fast as you can, or you want to go diamond this date. You want to be hitting Success Club 10 and you want to help 5 people and make that non-negotiable. Take the 5 and 10 out of the picture. I am going to help 3 people every month. I am going to help 5 people every month. And that's something great that you can teach your team, because when you put the people into it and you think about them, you're putting more emotion into it. Okay. Next is ask for referrals. A lot of people are afraid to ask for referrals. I used to be like that until I realized how much they helped. And I started getting people coming to me saying, hey, I have someone who is wanting to get into a fitness program. Do you want to help them? And I'm like, well, absolutely. And then I realized that me asking a simple question of, do you know any family or friends who would be interested in this opportunity, with my invite or with someone that I've already started helping, makes a huge difference. Guys, do we not all know one person who talks about wanting to lose weight? Whether it's someone who said no to us already, we know someone who has talked about it, whether it's face-to-face, whether it's on social media. There's always people posting about it and talking about it. So go to your family and friends and even your challengers and ask them, do you know anyone who could benefit from this opportunity? And add contacts. Even if they say no, not right now, you're adding contacts and you're getting people set up for the future that you are going to be able to help when the time is right. But you will be so surprised on how many people will do it. And you can even give an incentive for referrals. If you find 2 or 3 people to sign up, you can get a $25 gift card or a free Energize or an energy and endurance or something like that, or a Fixate cookbook. So many things that you can do. Next, get creative with your post. It's time to change it up and make them pop a little bit. I see so many people doing the same post over and over and over again, the same workout videos over and over again with the same collage, doing the same type of pictures in the same pose over and over, the same pictures of products sitting in front of you and posting them on Facebook. Change it up a little bit. Get creative. Make it eye-popping. Make cool filters. And if you need help with filters, I use Snapseed. That's like my favorite app right now. I use it all of the time and I've had so much feedback on that. Try not to have wording everywhere because that does not make it eye-popping. It makes it more salesy, and people usually scroll past those pictures that have a lot of words on them and a lot of collages. Next, engage with your audience who is liking and commenting on your post. And it's easy as that. When someone is liking and commenting on your stuff, make sure that you are reaching out to them. whether it's a, hey, thank you for supporting me and liking my comment or liking my post or commenting on my post. And if they haven't said anything like they were interested, you can ask them, or if it's something about your fitness picture or post that you did, you can ask them, are you on your own health and fitness journey? Get that conversation going and engage with them. Because if you do that now, the sooner they're going to come back and be interested as well. Next, if you are not at Success Club yet or at your goal for the end of the month, it's time to do incentives. So a lot of people are like, I just started the business, I don't really have a lot to give. But guys, like I said at the very beginning of this call, you have invested probably $140 into this business. That is not a lot of money for what you get back. Okay, so it is going to pay off to invest and do some incentives for your business. Show them that you care and that you're not in this just for a sale. You're in this to help them, and you want to reward them for joining you. And you can do this without looking salesy. So I just wanted to show you an example of this. I don't know how many of you have seen Val Bazzo's post that she did the other day. And we actually talked about this on another call with our Rising Stars calls. It's our Diamond and Above group. But at the end of the month, Val is usually not the person who does incentives because she usually hits Success Club really early in her month. But she is struggling and she's not afraid to talk about it. That's why I'm telling you guys, because as top coaches, we struggle too. It's not just new coaches into the business. So we want to be real with you and we want to show you. But there are times where we also have to give a little incentive to do it, to get started, so we can hit our goals as well. And how we do that is showing that we care about our audience and our potential challengers and coaches. So if you guys want to read this, I'm not going to read the entire thing. But basically, she took a picture of herself. She got a couple products on there. She is not flashing products. She is holding it. It's not in your face. She's excited. Make sure that whenever you're doing a picture that you are showing emotion in it, because that usually will relate to your coaches. It's either going to make them want to join you, and if you have a flat affect and you're like just standing there with a picture or with a product, they're probably going to scroll past it. If you have just a picture of a product, that's salesy. Include yourself in the picture. Notice she has a little bit of wording, but it's not flashed all over the place. But she is also making sure that this free stuff she's giving away, you still need to purchase Shakeology. So she's still going to get the Success Club points. So it's going to benefit her, but it's also going to benefit them. And if you guys want to read this a little bit, she's giving a deadline, first come, first serve, 15 spots available. She's talking about how she cares and why she's doing this. I'll just give you guys another second to read it, just in case you haven't gone through it.
Deidra, I did something very similar to this last night.
Yes.
I was at SC0 yesterday, and I got to 4 today, so very effective.
I was just going to say that you did a post too, and I was going to tell them to look at yours. I got
the idea from Val, so I didn't want to take credit, but yes. It's effective.
But and honestly, Alicia, I'm glad that you said it too, and I'm glad that you said that, because it's not like you don't need to not take credit. You can take credit, because you know what? Val probably learned that from someone else. That's like the whole point of this, is we want to look at the top coaches in the business. Look at Alicia, look at Val, look at Melanie. Like, they're all doing this. They're doing an incentive, but they're doing it in a classy way. Where they're not just flashing anything up where it looks salesy. Like, Alicia's picture was like eye-catching. Like, it makes you want to go to her and look at what she's doing. And she benefited from it. She got sales from it. Same with Val. She got a couple sales from it when she did this. So make sure that you are, using these posts, creating your own from them and making it you. And you are going to definitely get something out of it. And if you don't give up on doing that. Ask your upline coach how it looked. ask for feedback, and know that one post is not always going to get you to Success Club. But if you don't do it, then you're not going to get anywhere. So do what you can, work as hard as you can. That is, you know, that right there, doing those incentives is just showing that you're putting forth the effort. All right, guys. So that was pretty much all I have for you guys. I don't know how much time. Yeah, we went for a while. So I hope that you guys are going to keep pushing as hard as you possibly can. Don't give up. There's still time. Come up with a game plan. Talk to your upline coach. If you have questions, we are more than happy to help you. If you don't have an upline coach, go to your upline coach. Post in Forever Fit. All of us are willing to give feedback. Even if you want to give an example of like, here's my idea, but I need help. We are more than happy to give feedback on that. But just know that, guys, this business is not all about learning everything at once. This is doing the basics, taking one step at a time. No one got there at the very top doing everything at once. Everyone started from square one, but just be willing to be teachable, to grow. Be willing to sacrifice a little bit of time, because that's going to create long-term freedom and success for you, for your family, financial income, whatever your goals are. If you're willing to make those sacrifices, it is going to pay off. And Success Club, again, just make it about the people and not about the points. And be willing to track your business. Give your business activity tracker to your upline coach. Let them hold you accountable. If you are showing them what you're doing, they're going to know where they can help you. But if you are not doing that, it's going to be hard for us to help you because we don't know what you're doing and not doing. All right. Alicia, I don't know about delicious cupcakes. Oh, Alicia, you and your food. It looks amazing. I'm going to lick the screen.
It's always cupcakes.
Seriously, you are multitasking. I don't know how you do it all the time. Snapseed. Oh yeah, the photo app Snapseed. That's my favorite one because you can. Okay, when you go on Snapseed, there is. Oh my gosh, I need to update my software. It's been like 2 months and I can't because I have no room on my phone. When you open a picture, there's like a little circle at the bottom right, and it's like a pencil where you can edit. I usually do the tune image because it lets you lighten and darken everything. And then I do the filter, I do the drama, and you can like move your finger back and forth to like make it extra dramatic. And then you can move your finger up and down to like it's confusing, but if you move your finger on the screen back and forth, it lightens it or darkens it. If you move it up and down, it gives you another option that you can do. It's really, really fun to play with. There's so many options that you can do. I'm trying to think, does anyone else have any other ideas for apps? Word Swag, I use that for some of my wording. Photo Editor, I use that for some food because it makes the food look really cool. Photofy, Photofy, that's another really good one. Rona, yes, I use that all the time. Yeah, so those are some good ones, and some of those are free. I think Snapseed is free. Word Dream. Oh, I never used Word Dream. I like it. Thanks. All right, cool. So does anyone have any questions? We'll open it up. No? Did it help? Was that beneficial? Did you guys get anything out of this? If you didn't, you can give me a thumbs down. It's okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for getting on, and I hope that you're going to continue pushing through the end of the month. If you have any questions, again, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you. We'll get on a call. We'll do a Zoom call. Even if we want to get a group of coaches together, I love doing little group Zoom calls. They can be fun. It's nice to give each other ideas for posting and just having those conversations. All right, guys. Well, thanks for getting on. I have to go look at my phone because my mother and my sister have a group message, and I have 16 text messages. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. Have a good night. See ya.